What is up, enchanters? Welcome to another segment of our Disney Traditions capsule collection. And today's video is all about, I've been getting many requests, Mickey, Minnie, I want to see all the Mickey collections, and it's impossible to fit them all in one video because it's the biggest collection that Jim makes. He makes more Mickeys than any other piece, followed by Tinkerbell, and then maybe Eeyore. Followed by Stitch. Those are like his favorite characters. But we have this iconic collection, and so what I'm doing with our Mickey and Friends collection is we're breaking them up by like themes. And so this theme today is the Vintage Mickey and Minnie and Friends collection. So anywhere from Steamboat Willie up to the contrast of present to past, or any black and white pieces he's made. So we're going to start, before we start, I always have a reminder. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. It supports me immensely. You have no idea. Many times we forget to do that. We're like, oh yeah, I'll do it afterwards. And when we forget, and then I get lost in the YouTube's algorithm, and you won't find me again. So if you love this video and you want more content, I upload every Monday. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel. It supports me immensely. You can also follow me on Instagram. Instagram is the best way to contact me if you have any inquiries. So I have quite a few people who contact me and are like, hey, I'm curious about this piece or that piece. Send me your inquiries on Instagram. It's the best way to contact me. You can also comment in the commentary section, and I respond as well. It may take me no more than about a week or two, but I do get to all my comments as well. So don't forget to do that. And let's go ahead and check out a giveaway we're having for when we reach 1,000 subscribers. So let's go ahead and play that video. And don't forget about our incredible giveaway that we're having. This is for reaching 1,000 subscribers. The moment we get to 1,000 subscribers, we will be doing this incredible giveaway, which is the 100-Acre Caper Adventure Winnie the Pooh piece. In order to be eligible to earn this giveaway, you must be subscribed to our channel. You must like our videos, and every video that you comment under and that you share, you get multiple entries. So if you share our video, you get 2 entries, and for every time that you comment on any of my videos, beginning from the months of July through once we get to the 1,000 subscribers. My goal is to get to 1,000 by the conclusion of August. Fingers crossed, with your support we'll get there. You will be receiving an entry. So you get 2 entries for sharing the video, shared on any of your platforms, Facebook, Twitter, anywhere on social media, Instagram, and if every time you comment on any of our videos and you engage with me, you also get an entry. So this is a beautiful, beautiful piece. As you zoom in, it's one of my favorite Winnie the Pooh Jim short pieces ever made. It's this beautiful tree bark, Winnie reaching inside the tree to gather some honey. There's the little details with the bees, and then you have his best friends, Tigger, Piglet, and Eeyore, all supporting him on this venture. It is absolutely adorable, and I can't wait for someone to earn this. So may the odds forever be in your favor, and let's get back to our video. And we're back! So let's dive into the first piece. And the very first piece he made in this white and black contrast was the original Steamboat Willie piece. As you zoom in, the details on this piece are so nostalgic. Brings you back to that era. And what I love about this piece so much is that it does have this little rotating, the little boat, what do you call this? It's not a wheel, it's called something else. But anyway, the little boat navigation thingamajig, it does rotate, which is a really fun mixed media feature that I love in this piece. The name of this piece, for anyone curious, is Ahoy Mickey. This piece has gone up in the secondary market. I don't know exactly by how much. If I had to take a guess, I'd say anywhere from like $150 to $250. If I had to take a guess, honestly, I have not been present to it on the secondary market, and I could be wrong. The name again of this is Ahoy Mickey. Is that it? Yep, Ahoy Mickey. When it originally launched, it was $50. And that's the very first piece. Followed by that, my memory is a little skewed here, like really skewed here, so I'm not sure what was the next piece, etc. But I'm more than certain it was this one. It is the portrait. It is the vintage portrait. And 4 portraits were released, picture frames, sorry, they're picture frames. And 4 of them were released at the time. We had this one. By the way, I don't think these have names on them. No, they don't have names on them. Maybe the name's on the box, but there is no name on this. And it was 4 picture frames. It was the Steamboat Willie Mickey. It was a patriotic Uncle Sam with Mickey holding American flag. It was the Disney Princess, which I've shared with you before, which has Aurora, Snow, and Cinderella. And the last portrait that came out was the Tinkerbell one. Sorry, picture frame. They all came out at the same time. And then he ever only released 3 other picture frames. One was a limited edition picture frame with Mickey heads all over, and it came with a Mickey figurine. You'll see that in a future video. And he also released the Beauty and the Beast video, which you've seen, and the wedding collection, which we haven't done a wedding Mickey and Minnie collection yet, but we'll do one soon. He released that as well. So here you have it. I love this piece. This piece is super, super cute. It's quite difficult to come across now. When it retailed, it was about $25, and now about $25, $28. It's gone up in price since then, and it's a little challenging to come across in my experience. If you could find it, hop on it. It's an unconventional piece because it is a picture frame, as you look at all the details. Incredible piece. If you're looking for it in your collection, now you know. We have other pieces that came out in the series, and the next one was this one. It is called Real Sweetheart, and it is a Mickey and Minnie for Valentine's Day. So it's Mickey gifting Minnie a heart-shaped box full of chocolates, and on the back of his hand he has a surprise for her, and it's a bouquet of daisies. It's a super, super, super cutie piece. I love the details on this piece. It is absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful piece. As you look at all the details, I love the base, the rose molding details on the base. It is just absolutely stunning, stunning piece. The metal wire of their tails, I love that he does that with all their tails. He creates like this metal wire. It's super cutie. This piece, you can't quote me, I believe it came out, when it came out, it was like $60, $65. Anywhere from $55 to $65 was the original MSRP on this piece. What it goes for now in the secondary market, I wouldn't know. It did come out quite some time ago. And if you own it, let me know below. Comment if you own this piece. Now the next 2 pieces came out at the same time, and it is the Cowboy Mickey series. It's Mickey Mouse Howdy Partner and the Minnie Mouse Cutest Cowgirl on the Range is the name of this piece. They did come out at the same time. They are made to be a set. They are sold separately. As you zoom in on the details, again, like this is quality Jim Shore. I love the mixed media here on Mickey's horse. He has this nylon thread that he's holding on to. The detailing on his chaps is beautiful. He actually has a gun, which is pretty awesome. He has 2 guns on each holster. The Mickey hat, the star gloves, the bandana around the scarf around his neck, the detailing on the base. You have the elements of black. You have like this grayish purple scale on the horse. You have these light gray, like pewter colors, the ivory white detailing, and black. So I love that it's still, even though it's a black and white piece, it has some other color hues to it, which I really appreciate. And Minnie is just the absolute freaking cutest. Her cowgirl booties are the absolute cutest. And the rose molding details on them, it's just impeccable. I love the base here. The detailing on the base is so intricate in all the colors. The rose molding on her skirt, her hat, she's tipping her hat. She also has a gun in her holster. It is adorable. These have gone up drastically. When they first released, she was about $40 and he was about $60. They have gone up drastically in price. I don't know what they're retailing for right now. I'm gonna be lying to you if I said I knew. I've had these pieces for a while and I just haven't been present to them when they have been selling on the secondary market, so I don't know. I wish I can give you that information, but I don't know what they're going for right now. If I had to take a guess, I'd say she's about 120 and I'd say he's close to like 150, 200 if I had to take a guess. There you have it. Followed by these, we had these awesome like Mickey adventure pieces, and this one is called Silver Skies. I freaking love this piece. It's Mickey flying across the skies. The base is a cloud, which I love. It's unconventional from the squared shapes. I love when he does this right here. It is my favorite. The detailing in the clouds with the gray rose molding. Now, this one also is a mixed media piece. His propeller rotates, which is super, super cutie. It has that extra element to it. As you can see, he's tilting to the side. He just looks absolutely beautiful. Love this piece. It definitely tells the story as you experience it up and close. Beautiful, beautiful piece. When this one launched, it was about $60 as well, $55, $60. I don't know what the prices for this goes right now. I really don't know. It's not a piece you can find at any shop anymore. This definitely has become far more challenging to come across. If I had to take a guess, I'd say like 125. And I could be wrong. It could be 85. It could be a little bit more. I really do not know. But comment below. What did you pay for this piece if you own it? We also have, that released around that same time, was Go for the Touchdown. This is a football Mickey. This is such an epic piece. This piece was produced a little bit, they had a little bit more of these produced. I believe this got a second edition to it. I'm not 100% sure. And all these other pieces I mentioned did not get a second edition, but this piece I believe did get a second edition. Awesome piece. It's just Mickey going for the goal with the football in his hand. It's a kick-ass piece. I freaking love this piece. Great gift for, you know, any of those sports fans out there, birthday gift. This was a huge hit for many men who weren't introduced to Jim Shore, and this was probably their first gift. Love this piece. I just love the motion of it. He's in motion. He has a leg up as you experience all the details up and close. Incredible piece. The football is incredibly detailed as well. Love it. It's just vintage inspired football Mickey piece. After that, he did release additional pieces, and before we dive into, I think we have, let's talk about this one, and then we'll dive into some of the others. The name of this piece is called Date Night, and it's really a black and white piece for Valentine's Day, but he introduced red in it. So you have that splash of red hue in it. You have Mickey and Minnie sitting on the bench. As you zoom in, you can see all the details. Now, I will say the quality here isn't really the same as some of the others in the paint job. I do feel like the rose modeling was a little sloppy. If you look at the details here, it's very sloppy the way it was painted all around, and all of them really were made like this. This is when he had a different this is definitely a different manufacturer. What's really epic about this piece is this is the first time I ever see a piece with Minnie's lashes. I'm not sure if you can, when you zoom in, I'm not sure if you can tell the details, but they're actually, they're faux lashes. They're actually made of like faux follicles, which gives it that three-dimensional aspect to it, which I think is really, really cool. He's never done that before, so we have some false lashes there. That's pretty epic. As you turn this piece around, I love the heart details on the bench, the red hearts. It's a little splash of color, but it really does a world of difference. But my favorite part is the very back. Their tails are intertwined in a heart shape, and he's done this in about like 2 or 3 pieces in the past. You'll see those in future videos where he's also implemented that feature. Beautiful piece. When this piece first launched, it was about $45, $50. I don't know what it goes for right now in the secondary market. I would not be able to tell you that. Nor the year it came out. The Steamboat collection, the black and white collection, is really all a blur to me. It wasn't really my emphasis. I'm going to be honest with you. My passion is not Mickey and Friends. It really isn't. I do love the Mickey and Friends Christmas pieces and the Halloween pieces. The holiday ones are my favorites. But I'm a collector and I have to have one of each, so they really were my passion. They just came out and I bought them upon launch. Some of them I had to buy later because I didn't even know they existed. One in particular, which you're going to see in a moment, and he's very, very, very difficult to come across. But for the most part, they really weren't. I really didn't care that much for them. Now, the ones that I really, really, really love the most in this entire collection is the four you see up front. We're going to start with the very first one, which is called Mickey Mouse 80 Years of Laughter. This is the first time he implemented this incredible feature where he had the vintage Mickey, Steamboat Mickey, coming into the modern day Mickey. And as you zoom in this piece, through this mirror, so it's an actual mirror, he's walking through it, and through his reflection on the opposite end, you get the new, you get the modern day Mickey in color. What I love about this is pay attention to the details here. You have this gray, black and white grayscale on this side on the base, and then it transitions onto this side to color. But the most epic part of this is even the mirror. As you look at this part of the mirror, it's all gray and white, and even here you have that blackness and the gray color transitioning here on the base of the frame of this mirror. But as you transition to this end, it's a wooden colored mirror. You're seeing the color come through. It's absolutely beautiful. I also love the way he's marching through the mirror. He's marching in motion. So this is his first stride, and then as he goes through the mirror, his next stride. Incredibly detailed. This is also the first time he implements mixed media and he adds a mirror to his piece. Never saw this before, this piece. He's never done it. And to think about it, he's only ever added mirrors in other details. He's added mirrors in some of the garden pieces, like the Tinkerbell Garden Gaze piece. We haven't seen that. We'll see that in a future video. He also added it in the Disney Princess Carousel. There were these mirror elements as well. And then in this piece and in the Donald piece we're going to show you in a moment. Really, really, really kick-ass piece. When that piece came out, it retailed for about $80. It has gone up drastically. You can't find it for less than $300. It ranges from about $300 to $400 now in the secondary market. It's, in my experience, the most expensive piece. Out of any of the pieces we're going to talk about today, it is the most expensive piece in this particular collection. After that, he made a second piece. So following tradition, he made this piece. And this one is called Donald Duck, Handsome as Ever. And this one came out, I believe, for Donald's 75th or 80th anniversary. I don't quite know. I think it was the 80th anniversary of Donald. I'm more than certain it was. And it is this beautiful, beautiful piece, similar to the Mickey. And as you zoom in, you can tell how beautifully detailed this piece is. You have Donald in his, this is the only time we ever see Donald ever in Jim Shore in this vintage collection. We've never seen Donald in his original appearance in Disney. So you see him in this vintage collection. I mean, he looks absolutely darling. And to know that Donald's beak was much longer and more pointed than the now modern day version of him. It's such a kick-ass piece. Also the same detailing you notice with the base in the gray, black, white scale. The mirror has the same effect. The frame of the mirror, it's black and white here. And then as he's looking through the mirror, you can't help but then see the modern day Mickey, where it's all fully colored. Beautiful coloring. This is like one of my favorite Donald pieces he's ever made. The detailing is absolutely gorgeous. Another piece that has become incredibly difficult to come across. It's a grail for many people. It's a little bit more inexpensive, if not the same price as that Mickey piece. It's gone up drastically in price as well. And it's a heavy piece. This base is heavy. The mirror has weight to it as well. So incredible piece. Followed by that, he made a Goofy throughout the years piece. And the name of this piece is Goofy Through the Years. Yeah, I was right. Look at that. This is such a beautiful piece. So you have Vintage Goofy. And I believe this celebrated the 80th anniversary of Goofy as well. What I love is that his nose is like literally barely touching, and it is actually touching the modern day Goofy's nose, which is pretty amazing. You see the distinction in his eyes. Not a whole lot of change happened to Goofy throughout the years, but there is some change. His vest used to be closed. And something I'm noticing about Goofy is that he has this, you look in, I'm not sure if the camera could pick this up, but he has like this like hole on his, one of his feet has like a hole. I never knew that. What is that about? If you know, comment below. If you're a Goofy fan, I don't know what that's about. And through the base on this one, again, very heavy, thick base. You could see it transitioning from black and white scale to colored scale. The tiles here are black. The tiles here become these like cobalt blue. And the same thing with this Goofy. On his foot, he has this like hole. What is that all about? I have no idea what that's about. I'm going to lift it so you can see what I'm talking about. What is this about? I never knew that. Like, what is that? And it's there too. I have no idea what the hell that's about. If you know, comment below, because I'm too lazy to Google it. And so here he is shaking hands with the modern day. And I'm going to be honest with you, I prefer the modern day Goofy. The color is just perfection. With the blue pants and the orange top, the rose mauling on the sleeves, the open vest, the hat. I mean, his mouth, his color, his animation, beautiful piece. This piece has also gone up drastically. It's not nowhere near as expensive as the Mickey and the Donald because it was a piece that was released a little later, much later than those pieces, but it has gone up in value as well. If I had to take a guess, I'd say like about $225 to $300 would be the range for this piece. I could be wrong. I could be underselling it. I could be overselling it. I don't quite know. But it has gone up, and again, it was a retired piece. And none of these pieces, these 4 pieces, did he ever release a second edition of. When he releases second editions, you could be lucky enough to get the second edition for a fraction of the cost, or really close to MSRP. The last piece in this collection, which was this one, it's called 85 Years of Laughter. It's the 85th anniversary of Pluto! Now, this piece was a problematic piece because many people who ordered this piece, it came damaged. Typically, it was this piece right here. This ear, the one that stands up, came damaged. I ordered this twice, and both times it came damaged, and I had to return it. Thankfully, this online seller had multiples of them. I do know that you can still find this piece at Fantasies Come True. They still sell this piece, so go check it out. Again, that's Fantasies Come True. They still have this piece. That's where I bought mine. I lie. When I bought this piece, I bought it at my local shop. When we opened the box at the shop, it was damaged, and then he had another one. I took that one home, and when I opened it, it was damaged, so he didn't have an exchange, so I had to just get my money back. And then I found it on Fantasies Come True. Fantasies Come True still sells this, and I think that it's still relatively affordable for like $85. So this piece is faulty. Now, if it comes damaged, I will be honest with you, it is a clean break. You can just E6000 it right back on, and you can't even tell, because it is a piece that they like glue on. It's a clean break. It's not part of the actual mold. So if you didn't know, now you know. If yours does come damaged, I wouldn't return it. I would just easily glue it back on. So this piece, beautiful piece. I bought this piece years after it came out, and it again has the gray and white scale on this side with the vintage Pluto inside his doghouse. I love that this features him in a doghouse. I think it's super, super freaking cutie. And then as you go around, as you turn it to this side, he also has that bone in his mouth. How cute is that? As you turn around, you see Pluto perking his ear up. He's probably smelling one of the chipmunks, and he is also emerging out of his doghouse on this end. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful piece. Here I go yawning. Ugh. You're such a cutie. So there you have it. We're almost done. Then he went ahead and created a 90th year anniversary piece, which is this one. This piece celebrates the 90th anniversary. That was the 80th. 10 years later, he made this piece. Now, this piece was considered, this piece when it retailed was $100, so it was a lot more expensive. And it has become a little bit more challenging now to come across. If you're going to find it, you're probably going to find it for like $125 to $150 right now in the secondary market. It is a heavier piece to ship. It's a little bigger as well. Again, beautiful piece. This piece right here is going to feature Mickey, his vintage days, and then as he's looking through his studio where he's about to get his makeup ready so he can go on stage, he's looking through the mirror. Now the mirror is not really a mirror, it's more like a metal like sticker that has like a reflector, so it's not really a mirror aspect. I feel like if they would have put a mirror to this, it would have been more expensive and heavier as well. So it's like this glossy like faux like metal sheet sticker that gives the reflection of a mirror. And I do feel like that same mirror, now that I look at it, it's the same effect on both that one and that one. They're not real mirror elements. So these pieces do not have a real mirror element to it. But the carousel, the Disney Princess Carousel, those are real mirrors. So they're not real mirrors. It's just like a metallic sticker that gives that illusion. I didn't know that till now. I just paid closer attention to it. So I really love the detailing on this piece. As you zoomed in on all the details, the back is plain. And then as you go here, you see Mickey in his Steamboat Willie hat. You see his cowboy hat as well. Dude, those awesome details of the vintage Mickey. You see the little microphone. And at his station, he has the vintage Mickey logo right here on the back of the wall. Super cute. So you have that grayscale. Now it transitions to the colored version. The modern day Mickey. And the modern day Mickey has the Sorcerer Mickey. He has the Jack and the Beanstalk Mickey hat as well, which is pretty awesome. And the little beanstalks he has there as well. It's super cute. I didn't notice that detail till now. He also has the Mickey Mouse Club logo. Like, that's still like, it's still considered like vintage Mickey, the 90s Mickey Mouse Club logo. And then you have him looking through the mirror as he's getting ready to put on his getup for his performance. Super, super cutie. This piece again is going to retail for like $125, $150 now in the secondary market. It came out about 5-6 years ago, but it has been going up. The next piece we have is the Steamboat version of the black-hearted bully, Petey. And so he is the Mickey Mouse quote-unquote villain. I don't know how much of a villain he is. He's more just like misunderstood and just grumpy. But here you have him. I love the base on this. As you zoom in on all these details, I love the detailing of this base. It's white with a little bit of light baby blue hues on it, creating that like wind effect. Here he is with his peg leg as well. Super cutie piece, and it's the only appearance we've ever gotten of Petey. We've never gotten a modern day Petey, which I would love to see, Jim Shore. Cute piece. He looks heavy, but he's not. He's actually quite hollow. This piece launched for like about $45, and he's still relatively easy to find in the secondary market. You can still find him for under $60, $65. Following that, he made another piece, and it was a Mickey Throughout the Years piece, where he made Mickey in various stages, and one of them was this one, which has become difficult to come across, and now retails for like about $85. When it first came out, it was $45, and it's called Plain Crazy. It is it's a modern day Mickey in a vintage style, in almost like a vintage style setting. It's not like true to the vintage Steamboat Mickey, but still close. He's the hardest in my experience to get of all of these that he made. It's a little bit more challenging to get this one. I also found this one on Fantasies Come True. I'm not sure if they still have it, but that's where I bought it. Bought it about a year ago. Super cutie. Followed by that piece, He made these two. These have become, this one in particular has become very difficult to come across. She's still quite common. This one is called the Good-Hearted Gal, and this one is called, oh my god, and I didn't even know this, Big-Hearted Hero. And it's actually, I had no idea. I bought this one on eBay, and I had no idea. It's actually signed by Jim Shore. As you zoom in, I had no idea this piece was signed by Jim Shore. I just bought it on eBay, and that's pretty kick-ass. He's more difficult to come across than she is. What's really cute about these is that their bases match, so you can connect their bases, and as you can see, the bases create a story. Super cute pieces. Again, he has become quite difficult to come across, this version of him. She's a little bit more common to come across. She's batting her lashes. Adorable piece. These came out originally for like $40, $45. They have gone up in price. She's still relatively under $60. He's gone up to close to about $100. And if you don't like them this way, you can have them face. No, you cannot have them face this way because his hand gets in her way. That's the way you would display them. They're super cutie. I had no idea that piece was signed. Wow. I guess I just never noticed when I purchased it, and or the seller didn't even put that in the description. I also got him about a year ago. Followed by that, these are the most common pieces you can still find. This is called For My Gal. They are this vintage-inspired Mickey and Minnie, but they have a splash of color. Second time he does this. And yoo-hoo! Now, she's a little taller than he is in this piece. She does have like a few, like 2 centimeters over him. That's not including the flower, but she is taller than him. And the base is colored, so you have that heart detailing that color, and then his flowers on his hand are colored, and her handkerchief has that little heart, and her flowers colored. So a little splash of color there to add some contrast and some pizzazz to this piece. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful collection to have. These are quite relatively common to still get. You can get them for under $45. I believe they're still quite common. Again, I purchased these a year ago, and they were still common. I haven't been paying attention to them, but you could still find these in the secondary market. And the last piece I wanted to share with you is probably one of the most difficult pieces to get right after these right here, is this little bad boy right here. The personality pose, and it's called the Original. It is the original Steamboat Mickey. I had no idea this piece was ever made. I literally was going by someone who had had this collection, and through their video, as they had this video uploaded, I noticed it in her curio, and I was like, wait a minute, what is that? And I was able to find it. This little bad boy cost me $125 when his original retail value is about $28. It was a lot. And this was a year ago. He has become more difficult to come across. If you're going to get this piece anytime soon, it's probably going to cost you like around $150 minimum to get your hands on this piece. It is a personality pose, and in my experience, it's one of the rarest personality poses he's ever made. And personality poses means that there's smaller miniature versions, and typically when he does personality poses, he does mini additions and releases to. Now with this one, he only ever made one release to it. And so it is more challenging to come across. I love the rose mauling details on his actual body, the grayscale all over. It is super, super, super cutie. Small, yet mighty. And that right there completes our vintage collection. I really hope you enjoyed this video. The next video we're doing an entire series on the Patriotic Mickey. So it's going to be a back-to-back Mickey. That's going to be one of our future videos. And I also have the X-Men versus Sentinel second series diorama coming out. That already shipped out as well. I should be getting by next week. So we have a lot of content coming out. I have some other Couture Force pieces I want to share with you, like the Cruella Pocahontas piece, but I'm still waiting for the Queen of Hearts to be released. There's a Tinkerbell piece as well, and there's also a Jack and Sally, which I wanted to do a video for all of it. I don't know how that's going to happen because my shipment is being divided. But we have a lot happening. August is going to be massive. So is July, with a lot of new videos with new content coming out. So stay tuned. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to subscribe, share, be entered into our giveaway, and I will catch you next Monday. So thank you so much, Enchanters, and until the next one. Bye.